Now this is going to be fun. Ministerio de Fomento, Agencia Estatal de Seguridad Aérea, some kind of aerial organization, Madrid, from Spain. What about it? Well, the thing is, a couple of you viewers informed me that there were some articles in newspapers and there was a television program in Tenerife. It was months ago, like December. We tried to figure out what was going on, but what we thought was like there has been like a press release from the police to local newspapers and television about flying with a drone on Tenerife. And it said so much as, well, this is completely illegal. The owner of this drone has been traced down and it is reported and appropriate measures has been taken. You can see the video over here, by the way. Oh, okay, I will come back.
El vigilante del Parque Nacional del Teide advierte al turista y le pide que deje de volar el dron.
Into the national park, not is possible drone.
Oh.
Explica una y otra vez que no es posible. Se trata de un espacio protegido y le avisa puede ser sancionado, algo que al turista le parece increíble.
10 euros.
6,000 euros. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, I will not do it anymore.
Agentes de la Guardia Civil del Puerto de la Cruz lo han denunciado por este hecho. El vídeo fue colgado en un portal de internet y a partir de ahí comenzó la investigación. Ahora las imágenes pueden costarle muy caras.
I never heard anything, but now I got this kind of official letter from Madrid. So I'm gonna open it and let's see if I get a fee of 6,000 euros or not. It's in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages in Spanish. I have to pay 660 euros. I guess. Can you believe it? Well, that's better than 6,000 euros. I can get a discount. Can you believe it? I said somehow, I don't know Spanish, but 20% reduction of 20% or 40%. So, and then over here, so I have to pay 660 normally. But with the discount of 20%, it's only 528, and with the discount of 40%, it's 396. I can get a discount. Let's see how I can get the discount. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's something in English. Enclosed to the present document, you'll find the opening proceedings of a disciplinary procedure as a result of an infringement of the Spanish air safety law. And I have 15 days to make allegations. Wow. I think I have to scan this paper and then have it translated. I may have to go incognito anytime soon. I scanned the papers. It did not really do a very well job, but there's a couple of things that I understand. So let's go through it, all right? Because this is fun. It's a lot of blah blah, you know. Agreement of the director of the State Air Security Agency. Sanction procedures initiated to Peter, not your average guy, which is my surname from now on. 660 euros in order to infractions for non-compliance aeronautical, this article this, blah blah. First, the initiation of a proceedings against Peter, not your average guy, administrative misdemeanor. Right. Second, by means of a complaint lodged by agents of the Guard Civil, AESA has had knowledge of an overflight with an unmanned aircraft operated by remote control in the Parc National of Teide. This zone is restricted from permanent form of air traffic as it is disposed in the AIP Spain prohibition. The impression that I have here, a person proceeded to fly in RPR, being informed by a worker of the Teide National Park of the prohibition to carry out such activity. That these images were uploaded by its author to a channel of YouTube, which also complains about the existing ban. 4. This agency considers that they could violate the current aeronautical regulations since Peter, not your average guy, allegedly operated an RPA in the Teide National Park against provided article this and that, and article such and so, and royal degree blah blah blah, on minimum altitudes in flights with visual flight rules indicate without prejudice as regards the minimum. Alright, I have no idea what it is, but they talk about a minimum altitude. So would it be like this, that they say like, okay, you've been flying there, but you have been flying higher than the minimum altitude, and maybe that's the reason why they want to find me. The following VFR operations should be carried out below those established balloon activities. So it looks like they say you've been flying higher than the minimum altitude, and balloons and air modeling and drones should stay below this minimum altitude. If that's the case, then it's going to be interesting, because there were rocks around and I was not flying higher than the rocks. I was not flying over the rocks. And the rule for minimum altitude is like, you cannot be higher than this minimum altitude above the highest object. So I was not higher than the highest object in the area. So that means if they want to find me for this, then we have a case. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, why I'm laughing is like, I fly a drone, man. You know, it's like, okay, I have a camera, and I have a flying camera, and well, you know, this is a big offense, you know. I've been endangering the Spanish population so much. You know, if you get a ticket for speeding, that's like, yes, can understand, because people die because of speeding, all right? But I have been flying a drone, this big drone, and they want me to pay 600-700 euros. This is interesting too. Established with a warning, you can get away with a warning or a fine of 60 to 45,000 euros. In this case, in accordance with the principle of proportionality and to the seriousness of the risk generated, 660 euros. And here it says, even though he had been informed of the restriction to fly in that place, possible risks to the park's ecosystem. So I have been endangering the ecosystem of Teide National Park. Alright, that's what they say here. The possible risks to the park's ecosystem. So I have possibly put the park's ecosystem at risk. Seriously? Okay, so how did my drone affect the ecosystem in Teide National Park? I have endangered insects with extinction because I've been flying a drone there. Are there any birds that have been going extinct? Or did I put the birds at risk for going extinct? Did any bird die out there? Did I endanger the lizards? And again, you know, you can drive a buggy, you can drive a quad, you can make a lot of noise with that. You can walk out there, you can step on a lizard, you can do all kinds of things. But yeah, flying a drone, now I carried out possible risk to the park's ecosystem. Drone paranoia. Drone paranoia. In the Netherlands, when the first railway was built, people responded to this like, oh, you cannot do that, it's dangerous, it goes like 30 kilometers per hour, and when it goes that fast and the wind is coming in your face, you cannot breathe anymore. That's how people responded here in the Netherlands to the first Dutch railway. That were the arguments they used. And with drones, it's the same. They come up with arguments like, oh, you're gonna endanger the ecosystem of the national park. Well, you know, for your information, I do not. It's just a drone with a couple of propellers. I do not endanger the Teide ecosystem. It's totally out of proportion. The acknowledgement of responsibility may entail termination of the procedure. The voluntary payment of the sanction at any time prior to the resolution will terminate the procedure. The recognition of liability by Peter, not your average guy, will entail the reduction of 20% of the amount of the proposed sanction. So I get a discount. If I say, okay, I did it and it was wrong, and yes, I'm liable and responsible and I did endanger the ecosystem. You know, if I do that, then I get a discount of 20%. Yes! Additionally, this discount will be increased by the same percentage if the voluntary payment of the sanction at any time prior to the resolution thereof. So if I pay in time, if I say right now, I am responsible, I'm liable, I did it, I will pay immediately, then I get 40% reduction. I have to laugh about this. Seriously, are we selling stuff? This looks like a marketing campaign. Originally 660, and with 40% reduction, I only have to pay 396 euros. So that's like 400 euros. I'm going to put the Spanish documents in Dropbox and a link, and you can find it in this description. So you can download the documents, and if you know Spanish, you can read it and you can respond to it in the comment section below and just tell me what you think or what you read in the documents, whatever. For the full 660 euros, they want to get me to court. Then I will get a letter, okay, the court is going to be over there. And then the judge will make a decision about this and he will say like, yes, it's 660 euros. Or maybe he says like, well, you know, he didn't even pay and he didn't write a letter or such and so, and I have to pay for the court costs as well, and that's going to be 1,000 euros, and then it's going to be altogether 2,000 euros that I have to pay. Probably it's going to be like that. And then I'm not going to pay 2,000 euros. Then what's going to happen? They're going to send some police officers to my house to pick me up and put me in a Spanish jail. Well, that would be fun. Put me in a Spanish jail because I've been flying a drone. Oh boy. So I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have to sleep about it and get your responses and maybe a good translation. One thing for sure I'm not going to do, I'm not going to hire a lawyer. Because if I'm going to hire a lawyer and then he says, oh yeah, I got to do this and that, and then I get bills like tens of thousands of euros, and I'm not going to do this, man. Come on. So it's either I'm just going to completely ignore this whole issue. That's one possibility. Second possibility is like, I write them back and I tell them, like, I didn't know about it because there's something here, like, even though he had been told. So I could write a letter like that, and then there will be a court. But I'm not going there. I'm not going to travel all the way to Spain to defend my case, where I don't even know Spanish, and hire a translator and everything. Nah, I'm not going to do this. Then what happens is the judge will say, okay, he did it, and he's going to get fined, and then they're going to go after me to get my money, something like this. Or I just, and that's another option, I quickly pay the 400 euros and it's over and done. Every sane person probably would do that. And probably this would be the best to do. But the whole thing is, I want to fight the drone paranoia. You know, I just think the laws are wrong. A lot of these laws are wrong. And how am I going to fight against this? Not by being a good guy and saying, okay, you know, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done this and I will pay. If I'm going to be like this, then all the authorities are going to be like, you know, we did it. We teach them a lesson. So now they're gonna know. The whole thing about this, is they want to send a message to me, but they know I'm making videos online. They know this because they've seen my videos. They downloaded this, and they are like, okay, we gotta get this guy, because then we will send a message to the whole world, like, what? You cannot do this. Huh. Yeah? And that is, okay, I got the message. And the message is like, people, do not go to Spain if you want to fly a drone. Don't go to Spain. You know, you can say like, guys, come over with your drones. Make movies. Make beautiful stuff. Put it on YouTube. Let everybody see what a beautiful country we have. Attract more tourists to our country. That's what you can say. But no, they're gonna be like, according to article this and that and such and so, you this, blah, blah, blah. Right? So that's the kind of publicity that you want. Yeah? Like, don't come over here. Don't do this. Okay. We got the message. We send it out on YouTube. Don't go to Spain. How much money is that gonna cost, you know? If 10 tourists stay away from Spain, you lost a lot more money than you will get with the 660 euros that you can get from this fine. And maybe more people stay away if they see the video and they're gonna be like, wait a minute. You know, the video from Spain, from El Teide, it's like 80,000 times it's been viewed. You know, if tourists come and they get drunk and they smash stuff, and late at night they are loud on the street so that the people who live there cannot sleep, okay, I understand that you would say we don't want tourists like this in our country, and you get a fine. But what did I do? Seriously, what did I do? You know? I endangered the ecosystem. So part of me is like, I want to fight against this, you know. It's just, but I did not make up my mind. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I will keep you updated.